The origins of the modern Hollywood digital effect culture can be traced back over 100 years. Trick photography introduced the element of deception common to all contemporary film special effect techniques, and the practice emerged around the mid-1800s. Several decades later, the first recorded effect on film was created when pioneer Richard Clark replaced a live actor with a dummy in order to reenact a beheading. These simple, cheap concepts would establish the foundations upon which the multi-billion-dollar computer-generated blockbuster epics would be built, and the landscape of the industry would never be the same again. Since its humble beginnings, special effects has now taken the movie industry by storm. And now for some major special effects moments in movie history brought to you by Popular Mechanics magazine. Coming in at number 10 is The Day After Tomorrow. The creators of the film about the worldwide climate disaster took more than 50,000 photos of New York City and scanned them into a computer, providing a 3D, photorealistic model of the city. Number 9 is The Polar Express. The creators used a large motion capture stage and up to 200 cameras to gather data from the performance of Tom Hanks and other actors. This data was used to help animators create digital versions of the actors while maintaining their performances. Number 8 is The Lord of the Rings trilogy. For these movies, the filmmakers needed to create a new program called Massive. This computer program generated crowds of artificial intelligent individuals who make their own decisions based on behavior patterns. Number 7, The Perfect Storm. Although much previous work had been done to make CGI water look real, The Perfect Storm's monstrous wave scene set a new benchmark. Number 6, Forrest Gump. While most filmmakers in the early 90s used digital effects to create fantasy, the creators of Forrest Gump altered history. Using Kodak's Cineon system, they digitized archival footage and composited Tom Hanks' character into historical clips. Number 5, Jurassic Park. Although they enjoyed only about 6 minutes of screen time, Jurassic Park digital dinos were a revelation. They introduced CGI live animals with realistic movements and believably textured muscles and skin. The photorealistic digital elements were intercut with animatronic dinosaurs. Number 4, Cliffhanger. A fake alpinist, Sly Stallone, was held up by wires that were later digitally removed. The ability to erase wires changed how stunts are done. Now stars and stuntmen can be put in real-world environments as well as in front of green screens. Number 3, Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Morphing was first used in Willow, 1988, but in Terminator 2 the effect was jaw-dropping. Number 2, Tron. It wasn't the first film to use computer-generated graphics, but the sci-fi video game fantasy flick Tron was the first to use computer imagery to create a 3D world, making it one of the pioneering CGI films. And coming in at number 1, Star Wars. Motion-controlled photography in which a computer is used to control a long, complex series of camera movements made possible the spaceship battles in Star Wars. Now that we have looked at the history and the present of film special effects, let's take a look at something in its future. For the film Benjamin Button, they needed a completely new way to capture someone's face. So after many trial and errors, the creators came up with a new program called Contours. This is where they use phosphorus and stipple it on an actor's face. This creates more of a surface capture rather than a marker capture. The actor then stands in front of a computer array of cameras, and those cameras can frame by frame reconstruct exactly what the actor's doing at the moment. This effectively gives you 3D data in real time, and in comparison to the old method of markers, Contours clearly gives a more realistic and natural face. They then applied this method to Brad Pitt and got a 3D database of everything Brad Pitt's face is capable of doing. After creating a fixed image of what Brad will look like in his 80s, 70s, and 60s, they filmed the movie using body actors, who wore a blue hood with motion trackers. This helped them erase the head and recreate camera motion and lens optics. Brad Pitt then would go into a recording studio while 4 high-definition cameras pointed at his face. He would then reenact the scenes they shot with the body actors. Then through image analysis, the director would use the best take, and the video of Brad would be transposed onto the character of Ben. This allowed the creators to match the performance footage of Brad in live action with the pre-made 3D models of aged Benjamins. So with this new method, marker tracking may be a thing of the past, and it has a million different applications that could be seen in film, TV, and more. Another interesting thing to look out for is 3D RealD technology. RealD uses a circular polarized light to produce stereoscopic images. The projector alternately projects the right eye frame and the left eye frame and circularly polarizes these frames clockwise for the right and counterclockwise for the left. A push-pull electro-optical modulator called a Z-screen is placed immediately in front of the projector lens to switch polarization. The audience then wears disposable polarized glasses, and the glasses make sure each eye sees only its own picture. The result is a 3D picture that seems to extend beyond and in front of the screen itself. And with such influential directors such as James Cameron and Steven Spielberg, as well as big-name studios like Disney, Pixar, and DreamWorks, this 3D craze might just stick around for a while.